Hi, friends. Today we remember the Last Supper that Jesus shared with his disciples, during which he washed the disciples' feet and instituted Holy Communion. I hope you'll be able to join our live-streamed worship service at 7 p.m. But in case you can't, here's the abridged version. Russian novelist Alexander Solzhenitsyn wrote, "The line dividing good and evil cuts through the heart of every human being." The line between good and evil cut through the hearts of the disciples around that table in the upper room, and it cuts through ours as well. We have heard Jesus' teaching, but we've failed to put it into practice, or we've chosen to practice only the parts that we like, or only the parts that don't require too much effort or sacrifice. We have experienced Jesus' forgiveness, and yet we hold grudges against people who have hurt us, or we judge people who have wronged us, or simply with whom we disagree. We have witnessed Jesus' power, but we don't trust it quite as much as we trust ourselves or our bank account. We are human, with the propensity for evil as well as for good. Like the disciples who later this night will betray, deny, and desert Jesus, we do the same anytime the cost of following him withers our resolve to do so. We betray him when we bow to popular opinion instead of standing up for what is right. We desert him when we choose self-preservation over bold proclamation. We deny him when our words, thoughts, attitudes, and actions are less than hospitable, generous, and kind. Friends, we have all failed Jesus at some time and in some way. And honestly, it's going to happen again. The good news is that there is room at the table for sinners like us. There is a place set at the table for you and for me. In your Holy Week at home or on the go kit, you'll find a little communion cup and wafer. This is to remind you that you have a place at the table. You are welcome in the community of faith, not because you're perfect, but because Jesus invites you. You belong. And you may eat the wafer and drink the cup. They are signs that point to the real presence of Jesus in your life and in the world. You'll also find in your kit a washcloth with today's scripture passage on it. It's John 13, 1-17. I encourage you to take off the sticker, soak the washcloth, and put it on your bare foot. On this night so long ago, Jesus knelt before the disciples and washed their feet. He gave them a new commandment to love one another, which, as we learned on Tuesday, is a demonstration of our love for God. The thing that gives me pause and hope is that even Judas was included in these acts of service and inclusion. Jesus knelt before Judas and washed the heel that would turn on him. Jesus shared a meal with Judas, a sign of hospitality and intimacy. Jesus did not shame or humiliate Judas in front of the other disciples. He doesn't try to turn the other disciples against Judas. Jesus' acts of welcome, service, and kindness are demonstrations of his deep love, even for Judas, even for us. As we move through the next couple of days and confront the reality of our sin and failure, Know that you still and always are forgiven, loved, accepted. Thanks for listening. I'll see you again tomorrow.
Lest I forget.